Guys, in previous videos we created this decision tree from scratch, and this was the code. Then we also predicted our values using the sklearn decision tree classifier class. And today we are going to talk about random forests. So what are random forests? For the simplicity, let's just say that random forests are multiple, or you can say that random forests are a group of multiple uh, decision trees. So let's say if you have, this is a decision tree, 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 this is also a decision tree. So the group of these decision tree is called as a random forest. Now how and why random forest is more beneficial than decision tree? So let's suppose we have this data. It has, let's say, 1 to 500 into 500 values. So it has basically 500 examples. Now if we will make our decision tree on the basis of this, then what it is going to do, it is going to predict whether what our output is. Let's suppose if we are checking that if someone has a disease or not, so it will say yes, it has, that person has the disease, or no, that person do not have that disease. Okay, so but in random forest, what we are going to do is we are going to randomly split this data. Let's suppose we chose 400 values to make a decision tree. Okay, and then we chose again different 400 values to make another decision tree. The values are at random, so they can be anything. Out of these 500 we chose any 400, and still in this case also we chose any 400. And let's suppose we are also making another decision tree with another 400 values. So there are multiple versions that you can make different kind of decision tree on the basis of the single data. Now this data is small. Let's suppose it is 5000, and if you will consider, like, let's say, okay, I want to make 2000, I want to make a decision tree, or I want to make 3 decision tree out of 2000 data set. So what it is going to do, it is going to make 3 data sets. Now let's suppose this is giving output yes, that yes, this is also giving the output yes, and this decision tree is giving the output no. So what we are going to do is we are going to take the mean of all of them. So if majority of says that yes, that person has a disease, then the answer is going to be yes. And if the majority says that no, that person does not have any disease, then the answer is going to be no. And this is pretty easy, and seriously it helps a lot in classification, because it is really a good technique. And you will see that I hope that you are understanding like why this is going to be very helpful. So it is not necessarily said that if you have 5000 data samples, then you are going to produce a better example. It might even start to overfit. So this is the best way that you make different kind of decision tree with less amount of data. And you will just do what you will do, you will take a mean of the outputs of all of them, and by doing so you will have a much better result than a single decision tree. So this is the main concept behind decision tree, and in the next video we will see that how you can make a decision tree in sklearn. And I'm not going to make a different decision, or you can say I'm not going to make this algorithm from scratch, because I have already explained how you can make decision tree. And what you can do is just you can split your data randomly, and on the basis of that you can make multiple decision tree. And after making them, what you can do is you can take the mean. So I'm not gonna do all of that, so that's why I'm gonna use sklearn in the next video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.